Who's the worst coworker you've ever had to cover for? At our warehouse, that was Kevin. He had this talent for disappearing whenever a tough job showed up. The second a big truck rolled in, he suddenly had back spasms, kidney stones, or even a grandmother who somehow managed to die 3 times in 2 months. The heavier the work, the bigger his emergency. One summer day, it was over 100 degrees outside and even hotter inside the warehouse. A massive truck full of bottled water, thousands of cases, each 40 pounds, pulled up late Friday. Everyone braced for a brutal shift. Kevin strolled toward the dock, bent down to tie his shoe, then shot up, grabbing his back like he'd been hit by lightning. Said something popped. Our supervisor, Dale, who already looked dead inside, had to follow policy. Couldn't risk a lawsuit. Kevin limped away like he was on stage while the rest of us spent 4 miserable hours sweating through our clothes, doing his share on top of ours. During break, Tara froze while scrolling Instagram. She shoved her phone at me. There was Kevin, floating in a pool with a beer, posted 3 hours earlier while we were busting our backs. The caption, Friday vibes, Monday morning. Tara showed Dale. He called Kevin in, but Kevin claimed the photos were old and blamed Tara, saying she was bitter because he'd turned her down. She looked ready to strangle him. 2 weeks later, Kevin showed up with paperwork from some clinic saying he had chronic pain episodes. He carried a leather journal everywhere, writing down his pain levels for everyone to see. That made him untouchable. Inventory counts? He was out. Holiday rushes? Suddenly his back gave out. Saturday overtime? Nope. His spine apparently hated weekends. His routine was always the same: clock in, do easy stuff for an hour, then grab his back and leave before the heavy work. HR couldn't do anything. We even had to bring in a skinny temp to handle his share while Kevin still collected a full paycheck. I once overheard him bragging on the phone that he'd figured out the system. Then came Black Friday, the warehouse equivalent of war. Triple overtime, trucks nonstop, 16 straight hours. Dale gave us the usual teamwork speech. To everyone's surprise, Kevin showed up early, cracking jokes, setting things up. Dale actually looked relieved. He needed every person that day. But when the first truck backed in, loaded to the ceiling, Kevin delivered his best performance. Yet. He walked toward the dock, dropped to his knees, screamed like he couldn't feel his legs, shaking and crying about his kids. Someone called 911 before Dale could react. Paramedics strapped him to a board and hauled him off, leaving us buried in work on the busiest day of the year. Dale had to file an incident report. While checking security footage, he saw Kevin behind a truck 5 minutes before his collapse, doing jumping jacks, stretching, even practicing different ways to fall. He even checked the ground for soft spots. The following Monday, Kevin came in waving another doctor's note like it was gold. But Dale was waiting at the time clock with Kevin's final paycheck and a printed screenshot. Kevin mid-jumping jack, timestamp clear as day. Kevin tried every excuse. Different day, testing his back, bad camera angle. Dale just held up the photo of him rehearsing his fall. You even checked the ground for rocks first. Here's the thing about truck drivers. They hit half a dozen warehouses every day. News spreads fast. Within a week, every warehouse in 50 miles knew about Kevin. 6 months later, he finally landed a job at Amazon. The one place where computers track every second you work, where bathroom breaks are timed, where you lift boxes for 10 hours straight with no audience to fool. That bad back of his had nowhere left to hide. Full story on the channel. Link below, click now, and watch what happened next.